considering buying Vodafone Full Fibre 500? In this video, we reviewed Vodafone's 500 megabit deal to see if it's worth buying based on its consistency and speeds, value for money, Wi-Fi router, Vodafone's customer service, and more. But before we begin, thanks to Sky Broadband for sponsoring this video. Their broadband deals offer really good value for money with fast minimum speed guarantees and a great range of add-ons, and Sky has the best customer service of any major broadband provider at the moment. So click the link in the description to the Sky Broadband coverage checker and put in your postcode here to see what deals they offer at your address when you're watching this. And also in the description, we've linked to the Vodafone Broadband postcode checker so you can see what their 500 megabit plan costs at the moment. So Vodafone Full Fibre 500 is their third fastest plan at most addresses at the moment, with a 500 megabit download speed, as the name implies, and a 68 megabit per second upload speed. The minimum speed guarantee is 250 megabits per second, which is good, but some other providers can beat this. With Sky's 500 megabit plan, for example, the minimum speed guarantee is 400 megabits per second, although the estimated upload speed is a bit slower than with Vodafone. Once you choose the Full Fibre 500 plan on the Vodafone website, you'll get the choice of 3 different deals you can choose to buy. The first one on the left here is super basic, with just their Power Hub router. Then the mid-tier one comes with the same router, a Wi-Fi signal booster, and what Vodafone calls Wi-Fi experts. This is essentially an extra level of support dedicated to fixing Wi-Fi issues, but in our opinion, it's not the most useful thing in the world, so we wouldn't pay too much attention to it. And then finally, there's the most expensive plan, which comes with their Ultra Hub router. We've discussed the performance of the Ultra Hub and the Power Hub later in the video, as well as another type of Wi-Fi booster, the same additional support team, a 4G broadband backup device, and this cybersecurity software as well. The main thing you're choosing between here is the Wi-Fi router, because there's a decent difference between them, which we'll discuss later in the video. Then no matter which of these 3 plans you choose, you can add on Vodafone Extra, which comes with Apple TV, but the most unique thing about this add-on is it gives you one of the cheapest ways of accessing anytime calls from your landline on the market at the moment. With Sky Broadband, if you want anytime calls to UK numbers, it's £17 a month at the moment, instead of £10 with Vodafone. And crucially, it's also worth mentioning, Vodafone Full Fibre 500 comes with a discount if you're a Vodafone Pay Monthly mobile customer. It's roughly £2 a month off on the cheaper 2 deals, or a £4 a month discount on their Pro 2 Full Fibre 500 plan. The range of different options when buying Full Fibre 500 can seem a bit confusing, but really it's not that bad. For these 3 plans, the main thing to think about is the size of your house, because this influences what router you might need, and whether you want a Wi-Fi extender to ensure you get good coverage throughout the house. And then you might want to tick Vodafone Extra if you use your landline a lot, or you want to get set up with Apple TV with no upfront fee. No matter which plan you choose, they all come with a 24-month contract and no upfront cost as well. Vodafone's download and upload speeds are very consistent, including on their Full Fibre 500 plan, in part because of how good the Wi-Fi routers they include on this plan are. So the main question is, are the speeds on offer from this plan fast enough for your family? To find out, come to my broadband speed needs calculator, which we've linked in the description. Here, you can put in some basic details about how many people are online at home and what you do online, and it'll return a minimum suggested download and upload speed. So let's say you have 4 people online for more than 2 hours a day on average, doing lots of different internet activities, including a lot of video streaming and gaming, with a lot of data uploads, a home assistant device, and it's common for people to get online at the same time. In this case, once we hit calculate, we can see at a minimum, you'd only need a download speed of 128 megabits per second. For nearly all families, even if you have 5 or 6 people at home, Vodafone Full Fibre 500 offers absolutely heaps of bandwidth. The sort of quirk to Vodafone at the moment is they have no 300 megabit plan like you get with most other providers, like Sky for example, so it's probably the plan you choose, with 3 or 4 heavy internet users online at home. And for this purpose, including if you often make lots of really big downloads, or you work from home or something like that, Vodafone Full Fibre 500 offers really fast download and upload speeds. To see if Vodafone Full Fibre 500 offers good value for money, let's compare their prices to Sky and EE Broadband's 500 megabit deals at the moment. So with Vodafone, the basic Full Fibre 500 plan starts at £32 a month at the moment, with no upfront fee. With Sky Broadband, it's the exact same cost, although there is a £5 setup fee. And with EE, it's quite a lot more expensive at £40 a month for 500 megabits when we're recording this. So we think Vodafone Broadband does tend to offer good value for money, but their more expensive plans cost quite a lot more than most other providers' deals. So before buying this middle option with the Wi-Fi booster or Vodafone Pro 2 Full Fibre 500, make sure that you'll be getting a lot of value from the extras included on these two plans. So make sure to click the links in the description to the Sky and Vodafone Broadband coverage checker and put in your postcode to see what deals they're each offering on 500 megabit broadband at the moment, and to find out which offers better value for money when you're watching this. It is worth mentioning though, if you're a Vodafone pay monthly mobile customer, their cheapest plan is normally always the cheapest option on the market compared to deals with similar speeds. With the Vodafone mobile discount, for example, Full Fibre 500 becomes just £30 a month with the £2 a month off, making it almost always the cheapest way of getting this download speed in most parts of the UK. One of the best things about Vodafone Broadband is the Wi-Fi routers they include. On their basic plans, as we mentioned, including this middle one, you get the Power Hub router, which is still quite a decent bit of kit. It comes with Wi-Fi 6, which isn't the case with some other providers' default routers, like BT for example, and from our testing, it offered pretty good signal and speeds in a 4-bedroom house without using the Wi-Fi extender. And if you buy Pro 2 Full Fibre 500, their Ultra Hub router comes with Wi-Fi 6E, offering even better speeds. We actually don't think the Ultra Hub is worth paying £10 a month more for, as is the current cost difference if you're not a Vodafone pay monthly mobile customer, because the Power Hub actually performs quite well. The Ultra Hub might be worth the upgrade if you have a bigger house, often have 4 or more people online at the same time, or you're seeing a lower price difference when you're watching this, maybe around £8 or so. In that case, the upgrade might be worth it. But ultimately, both of these routers offer pretty good Wi-Fi, and they also have quite a good range of settings and customization options, especially compared to BT and EE routers, which are a lot more locked down. With Vodafone's routers, for example, once you enable expert mode, you can change the DNS on the router, which isn't the case with a lot of other providers' routers. Remember, click the links in the description to the Vodafone Broadband website to compare the costs of their different Full Fibre 500 plans with their different routers to see which is the best choice for your household when you're watching this. And also in the description, click the link to the Sky Broadband coverage checker and put in your postcode to compare their deals to what Vodafone is offering at the moment. Vodafone Broadband's customer service is good, but it's not the best on the market. Every so often, Ofcom releases their data about numbers of customer complaints for each of the major broadband providers in the UK, looking at the relative number of complaints given the number of customers that each provider has. And as you can see from the data, Vodafone does pretty well. They're in the top half with 11 complaints per 100,000 customers. But they're beaten by a few other companies at the moment, including Sky, who have the fewest complaints overall, which is why we said at the start of the video, Sky has the best customer service of any major British broadband provider on the market at the moment. If you're looking at Vodafone Full Fibre 500, we wouldn't be too concerned about this. But if you find another provider that's offering 500 megabits for a slightly higher price than Vodafone at the moment, this might be worth paying more for if the other company has fewer customer complaints than Vodafone at the moment. There's a lot of things to like about Vodafone Full Fibre 500. It offers fast, consistent download speeds and strong upload speeds with a really good choice of Wi-Fi routers, no matter which of these plans you choose. And Full Fibre 500 also offers really good value for money, especially on their cheapest plan, and especially if you're a Vodafone pay monthly mobile customer. We just wish the minimum speed guarantee was a bit higher and that the Pro 2 plan with the Wi-Fi extender wasn't quite so expensive. so make sure to click the link in the description to the Vodafone Broadband postcode checker to see what prices they're offering on Full Fibre 500 when you're watching this. And also in the description, click the link to the Sky Broadband website and put in your postcode here to compare their Full Fibre 500 plan to the one Vodafone's offering at the moment. Currently, Sky has better customer service and a higher minimum speed guarantee. And if you have any questions about Vodafone Full Fibre 500 or about choosing a broadband plan in general, let us know in the comments and we'll reply as soon as we can.